Well, this is the number one. This is the very first founding member's camper van that he built himself. No, not the person in the photo. He'd be a little bit too young for that. But that's Brian, and he's going to tell you about it because this thing was in terrible state, and a group of volunteers have done it up. So we'll just have a walk around the outside at the moment.
Yep.
And tell us all about it, Brian.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is a 1928 Rio. It was used as a bus from Tikaraka to Gisborne from 1928 really until about 1935 or 36, and then it went to out to Paratai, was used as another bus run, and it was run from there to the Kaiti freezing works. Yep. And they took all their freezing workers out. So
right, we'll walk around the side.
Yeah.
So
righto.
Just keep on explaining.
So there's a.
I'm sure that's not original.
It's what Andy had. That's actually a 14-foot whip aerial it had on, and you put the flags on the top of it.
Yep. So it is an original.
That's an original one. Well, it's an original type. We've had to find that to put it on it because that's what he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the original. That's the original number.
That we got that. That's an original aluminium one,
yeah.
And I'm not sure whether Andy ever had an aluminium one, but they were made earlier on in the process. They used to make the first ones out of hardboard, but the hardboard that they used wasn't a hardened one, so they cast these in aluminium.
Yep.
And so we've actually managed to find two of them, one for the front and one for the back. So
So we'll go down the side here and go right around, and then we'll go inside. But
yep.
I'm always wondering about the self-containment standards.
Yeah. Hey, well, just before you go, inside when we noticed the windows, it had on a piece of paper that Andy had in his writings when he was selling it, that the windows were all wind-up type, operated by self-control.
Oh, yeah.
So that was by hand, I think.
Yep.
Anyway, when that was happened, or remote control, he said, sorry. He said they're operated by remote control, which is by hand. So when we put this window in, I found an old truck, and I've reached in and used this to open and shut.
Oh, yes.
Because it's now electronic. All right.
She's cheating a bit. That's all right.
Yes.
I think we can get away with that.
Right.
So this here, it's quite funny. I think they call this the back door, but that's sort of a play with words, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the back door, and this is the loo that they had outside. Yep. And our man is sitting on there. We can't really. He's still asleep, I think, falling in there. Anyway,
there's no toilet paper, so he's got to stay there.
No, we ran out last week. Yes.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
this was just a bucket.
That's an old copper night saw collection can that they had in Gisborne.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
And this here is exactly what he had in it. It was the Electrosan, that's run by an element here.
Yep.
And it's charged by a 6-volt battery here with a switch here. And so it's done on a timer and everything, and it cooks it. Everything cooked itself in it.
Oh dear,
and
you wouldn't want to get that mixed up with the stew, would you?
It supersedes chemical sanitation, you see, and it was actually a fantastic way of doing it.
Stewing up last night's dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it would keep that going, and it would still keep working, of course, until the battery went flat.
So don't you love the little doily curtains?
Aren't they lovely? Yes.
And for those that like refreshing themselves, I think
these are the original gold top labelled beer from Gisborne.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that good?
Yep. And we found a reasonably old gas bottle which was galvanised and all the rest of it, because that's what he would have had, something like that on it.
Yeah, the copper.
Copper. That was an old hot water cylinder which I made up and had to put rubbish on it. You see, But that was the rubbish that went in it. You still had to have a rubbish collection can. So, and this is another little bit of information. See this here. This is a kerosene. He had a Valor kerosene heater in it.
Yes.
So I had a guy come and ask me. He said, "Have you ever seen one of these?" And he said, "This has got a patent on here by the MDF or the Ministry of Defence or something, and they made it 1918. And this is things that they did onto the kerosene can. They put it on there and then banged the thing in, and you could actually then tip the thing upside down like that. And this thing here had a chain on it, which you wrapped around. It was to put in all the fuel into the old Model Ts and everything, because the petrol can was on the front, out the front.
Yeah, so you've got the petrol can in the front,
yeah,
and the kerosene in the back. So they're not really worried about accidents, were they?
No, absolutely not.
We'll go inside in a minute. But
Okay.
What's the top speed?
20 mile an hour.
Yeah. Head's not worried about having accidents.
No, it's carried on a transporter all the time, and we put that on, and now they're using a slide deck to drive it up onto it and then back again. So that's really great.
Awesome.
But
okay.
We've done a collection of things. You can see that it's self-contained.
Yep.
Down there, as good plumbers set it up there.
Yeah,
it's got its own trap and everything.
Yeah,
and these people have been giving us things to actually just put outside to display off.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we'll go and have a look inside. Now, what say I get over here?
Yeah.
And
Righty.
I'll just stand over here.
Woodwork, isn't it?
No?
Great. Was this woodwork sort of? I mean, would have been all rotted out.
There was nothing. We never got anything. It was all. It was sold to a guy an old guy, and he lived in Mount Maunganui,
Yep.
and he was the last owner of this vehicle when it was sold, as used as a vehicle. And he lived in Mount Maunganui, as I said, and he parked the thing underneath a hedge, and the hedge grew up and it went over the top of the truck, and it just rotted everything outside.
So it was just a flat.
Yeah.
It was just a flat steel. There was no wood.
There was nothing left, no wood. It was all wood before,
Yeah.
and that's how it was made in Auckland.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is all the timber work above. The match lining is all kaikatea,
Yep.
and the kaikatea went right down the side, and we got to 9x1 kaikatea dressed one side, and so we cut them all in half and then got them all tongue and grooved.
Yeah.
And then as we came down to the side, we couldn't bend them around the side there, so we had to cut those ones in half to match there. And then this one was a sharp angle that brought it down here, so to get it to the right shape.
Yeah.
And so we had to cut those ones in half,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then moulded the rest of it as well. So
Yeah, that's great.
that's how
So-
it was made.
I hear there's a unique driving seat here. You know,
It is. This is.
I suppose if you do have an
Yep.
accident and you've got all the fuel in the front and the kerosene in the back,
Yep.
you're likely to do yourself a damage. So
You're right.
I'm guessing that's what this is for.
It is. That was originally there, and he had a toilet under the driver's seat for the 3 daughters and the mother to use at night, but they were only allowed to piddle in it.
Oh dear.
So this works well. This swivels round as well, so you can get in and out of that,
Yep.
but not very much. It's still bolted on, so it's quite legal.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is there any other stories that you want to tell us about this old unit now?
Well, that was part of a job that I was doing. I was a building recycler in Gisborne as well, and it'll pull out.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
I don't
Just
pull
turn it.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we store everything in. And
Yes, you do,
there was a wardrobe here, and it had one side as a wardrobe, and then there was a mirror on the other side, and drawers underneath it.
Yeah, well, there's that good-looking bloke again. He always pops out in front of the mirrors. So
I don't know about that because I can't see him.
Yeah. So, like I say, this would have just been totally unrecognisable.
Yep.
No wood in it, and this has all been
No,
rebuilt. So
nothing.
This is the
We've
very
done the whole lot.
first ever motorhome with registration number 1. How many?
Yep.
What's the top registration now? Can you remember?
In the 100,000s.
Yeah, I think it's about 130, 140.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So this is a bit of a historic, and the NZMCA are really proud of this. So it's really been good doing a video,
Yep.
and I'm pretty sure I'm going to make this a video just by itself.
Good.
We haven't really talked
Righto.
about the kitchen here.
No, well, this is a sink bowl that we found up at a job in Tikaraka, and that was an original porcelain sink bowl.
Yeah.
We've had to make everything, of course. This was a unit that I found underneath in a house that was being demolished, and they said I can have it, so that was fine.
You wouldn't want to cook on that in the summer, but it'd be great in the winter.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, it got so hot. This was being thrown out at the vintage at the Museum of Transport and Technology. It was ready to go into the scrap.
Yep.
It didn't have a door, so I had to make that door. And
you've
it
got
became.
a plumbing business.
Yes, I have.
And
Yeah.
you've got also a dump station at the plumbing business.
That's right.
I can quite easily say I've used that myself. So.
And it's been there since 2003.
Yeah, so that's all right. And another thing, if you're my age or
Yep.
mature age, you'd recognise this Formica. I think that was the only
That's what he had.
style of Formica you could ever have
Yep.
back then.
He had that on the top of this as a Formica bench.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
so pity you can't find
Yep.
some more. Yeah. No, that's right. So thanks very much.
You're
and,
welcome.
Thanks for all the work you've done restoring this.
No worry. It was me and a team,
Yep.
so it wasn't just me.
No, that's good. Yeah, and the team.
Yeah, good.